Here we have the function f of x equal to 4x squared minus ln x, and we want to find extremum. And what we mean is find the maximum or the minimum, relative maximum, relative minimum. And this is what the graph looks like. So we have an extremum right here. We have a relative minimum right here. And so we want to find this point right here. And so find the extremum, what we do again is first find the derivative, set it equal to 0 to get the critical values, and then from there we can find extremum. So the derivative is 4 times derivative of x squared is 2x, and then derivative of ln x, which is 1 over x. And next we set, so this is equal to 8x minus 1 over x. Next we set this equal to 0 and solve for x. And then whenever we have a fraction like this, then what we want to do is go ahead and get a common denominator. So let's multiply the term 8x by x over x. And this will give us 8x squared over x, and then minus 1 over x. And now we have 8x squared minus 1 over x. And recall that to get the critical numbers, and critical numbers are either the derivative equal to 0 or the derivative is undefined. And so in this case, the derivative is equal to 0 if the top right here is equal to 0. And then the derivative is undefined if the denominator here is 0. And so we have x equal to 0. So this is how we find critical numbers and set both the top and the bottom equal to 0. And so right here we have 8x squared. Add 1 to both sides, we get 1. And then for this particular problem, we can throw the x equal to 0 out. The reason because the function is, let's copy and bring it down here. The function we have is 4x squared minus ln x, but the natural log function is only defined for x greater than 0, meaning ln, if we put a 0 right here, then the natural log of 0 is undefined. And natural log of negative number is also undefined. So natural log is only defined when x is greater than 0. So that's why we can throw this one out. And so and then divided by 8, we get x squared is equal to 1/8. And then take the square root of both sides. And again, the rule is if we take the square root of both sides, then we need the plus and minus. But in this case, we can throw out the minus because x cannot be negative. Since our function has ln of x, x cannot be negative. And therefore x is just equal to the square root of 1/8. And then now let's find the corresponding y value. 1x is the square root of 1/8. And then right here, we get square root of 1/8, square root of 1/8. And then we can simplify this, or if we use the scientific calculator, then this comes out to be 153.53972.077. And here's the graph again. We have a relative minimum right here, which is the point x equal to the square root of 1/8 and y equal to 1.53972. So this is the extremum right here, the relative minimum. And so in summary, the function right here has a relative minimum at x equal to 1/8 and y equal to 1.539.